So officially, it is being considered a hip injury. Let's add to the status of that. What can you update?
Well, he was out there at practice yesterday and went through practice. So if Mitchell Trubisky's out there at practice, going through a full practice, the expectation at this point in time, unless he suffers some sort of setback, is that he will be out there against the New York Giants. And a lot of people have wondered, would this be the time that the Bears would go to Chase Daniel? They'd sit Mitchell Trubisky. Last year, we saw when Sam Darnold got hurt with the Jets when he was struggling, that some time off helped him physically and mentally. And I think there are a lot of people around the league who believe that the same would be true of Mitchell Trubisky now. But right now, with him on the practice field, despite that hip injury, going through the full workout, it's hard to think or see that the Bears would bench him when he's out there practicing. So I think right now we're expecting to see Trubisky start the game on Sunday against the Giants.
I know we're talking about an injury, but what is the biggest issue right now for this Bears offense?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that Mitch Trubisky looks like he's thinking way too much. Their offensive line has not been great this year, and the quarterback play has been bogged down by a number of issues. And when he's lacking confidence and when he's thinking too much and he's not playing the way he did last year when he showed he's capable of being a good quarterback, it just seems that everything gets bogged down.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. And right now he's dead last in the NFL in yards per attempt. So obviously Mitchell Trubisky looking for some things to turn and look up for him in Chicago. Greeny.
Absolutely. Maria, thank you. And listen, D-Wood, I guess I'll just put it this way. Are you buying that Mitchell Trubisky is hurt?
I'm buying that his feelings are hurt right now. Yeah. Hey, listen, the one thing I'll say, the big guy in the sky does not lie.
Don't lie, D-Wood.
Okay, and both these guys right here know when you're in the building and you watching tape, everybody's looking at it like, man, this dude stinks. We can't say it to the media, but everyone in that building knows that Mitchell Trubisky is not playing well. The defense knows that they have to basically win games on their own because they're not getting anything from the quarterback, but they can't make a move because they don't even have a backup that they can trust.
Yeah, I think Mitch Trubisky's days in Chicago are done. It pains me to say that. Great guy, good man. But as a player right now, it's not going well. And in all honesty, Greeny, I think it's deeper than that. I think Ryan Pace, the general manager, Matt Nagy, they're holding on to a lifeboat because they realize their fate is tied to Mitch Trubisky. They got Mitch Trubisky early in the first round. They know that, like, as a GM, you get fired for those kind of mistakes. So they're hoping that Mitch pans out. Mitch is trying to pan out, but it's not.
Well, I don't think Nagy was there when they drafted him. So
he was hired basically as one of these quarterback gurus who was supposed to take Mitchell Trubisky and make him a great player. So, yes, he wasn't there when it happened, but I do agree that if Trubisky fails, part of that has to fall on the coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation because one of the things that's hard for us to measure is like a team's culture and a team's morale. And to D. Wood's point, when you don't have confidence in that guy and he feels like he's killing him, it's hard to continue to prepare and play defense or play O-line or play other positions in the way that you would need to because that type of stuff breaks you down, particularly when you think that they're getting special treatment. When they see what we see, you're like, man, you had a hit pointer, you can play through a hit pointer. This is nonsense. We know that everybody's trying to protect your feelings. We got to turn off TVs because of you. We got to do all this because of you. That hurts a team morale.
And the thing is, man, let me sip this water before I really get into something like that.
What you mean? Don't get scared. That's why you're here. What you got to say?
No, what I got to say you hit it. You were preaching the gospel right now, just now, because everyone sees that this dude is not playing well, but then you see the whole organization pandering to this guy, knowing that if he was any other player, they would have no problem benching him. But when it comes to Mitch Trubisky, everybody is so caught up in his feelings.
That's my point. They don't have a choice because, if you're the GM, you went all in on Mitch. You don't have a choice.
But in defense of Mitch and in this organization, that's the guy you got.
True.
So that's the guy you got. So if he needs pandering, you better pander or else you're all getting fired. Nobody's getting contract extensions. So y'all got to do what you got to do. If I was on that team, I'll be shutting off TVs, busting screens, whatever I got to do, make him play well.
The only part of what you said, I agree with everything you said, except there is no defense of the organization. Just look at the offensive roster from top to bottom and show me the spot where they got it right. It's not going to be easy to find.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.